meetings to address concerns. The remaining money would go toward scholarships for students who needed to take summer classes to catch up on material they missed because of bad teaching. Monday morning rolled around, and I was feeling pretty good about everything until I walked into school. There was a small group of students handing out flyers by the entrance. The headline read, "Justice for Ms. Wright, Stop the Witch Hunt." I grabbed one and saw it was full of completely false information about me. My stomach dropped. The flyer claimed I had deliberately targeted Ms. Wright because she was transgender and that I had fabricated the entire story. It even suggested the videos had been edited. I immediately crumpled it up and looked around for whoever was distributing this garbage. I spotted Michael Evans, a senior I barely knew, handing them out. I stormed over to him, my hands shaking. "What is this?" I demanded, holding up the crumpled flyer. "None of this is true." Michael crossed his arms. "My cousin is friends with Ms. Wright. She says you're just some conservative kid trying to make her look bad because you're uncomfortable with trans people." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. There are literally videos of her hitting me with a ruler. She wasn't even teaching math in a math class. A small crowd was gathering around us. Great, just what I needed. More drama. Quinn appeared at my side, took one look at the flyer, and pulled me away. "Don't engage," he whispered. "That's exactly what they want." As we walked inside, I noticed Principal Davidson's replacement, Dr. Garcia, watching from the entrance. She'd been appointed as interim principal last week, and I hadn't interacted with her yet. To my surprise, she gestured for us to come over. "I'll need one of those flyers," she said firmly. After Quinn handed her one, she read it quickly, her expression darkening. "This is absolutely unacceptable. Wait here." She marched over to Michael and his friends, confiscated their stack of flyers, and told them to report to her office immediately. I couldn't hear everything she said, but I definitely caught the words defamation and harassment policy. "Well, that's refreshing," Quinn said as we headed to class, an administrator actually doing their job. By lunchtime, the flyers were gone, and Dr. Garcia had made an announcement reminding everyone about the school's policy against spreading false information. I was still annoyed, but it felt good to have someone in authority actually step up right away. After school, I had my first meeting with the school board as student representative. I was nervous as hell walking into the district office. The boardroom had this huge table with 7 serious-looking adults sitting around it. Dr. Mendez introduced me to everyone, and they gave me a binder full of information about current district policies. "We're very pleased to have student input on our decisions moving forward," said Mrs. Patel, the board chairperson, "especially from someone who's demonstrated such advocacy for educational standards." I almost laughed at the formal way she described my whole ordeal, but I managed to keep it together. They had me sit through a 2-hour meeting about budget allocations and facility maintenance schedules. Not gonna lie, it was pretty boring, but I paid attention and took notes. Near the end, they asked if I had any input. I cleared my throat nervously. I was wondering if the board would consider implementing a system for students to provide feedback on teaching quality throughout the semester, not just at the end. That way, problems could be identified before they affect students' education. There was a moment of silence, then Mrs. Patel nodded. "That's actually an excellent suggestion. We'll add it to next month's agenda for further discussion." I left the meeting feeling pretty good about myself. Maybe this position wasn't just symbolic after all. When I got home, there was another surprise waiting. A local news reporter was talking to my parents in the living room. My dad waved me over as I walked in. "Jordan, this is Sarah from Channel 8 News. She's doing a story on the changes happening at Lincoln High." I cautiously sat down, remembering the media circus from before. "I'm not sure I want to be on